Hi guys, Simon Giselian, Voice of Reason, with another excerpt from Storytime, Story of the Fires. So as this was moving on, the place where most of the celebrities lived in the Angel City was a place called Horneywood. And we got to remember that this is for entertainment purposes only, and this story is not real. So in Horneywood, all different excesses are available, and people were really interested in the power of celebrity. They wanted to know what they ate, where they went, what they thought, until some of the celebrities started pushing it a little bit too much and started not entertaining people anymore, but lecturing them on politics and things like changes to aspects of perhaps the climate, or becoming too political. And it's difficult to actually really say something when you have no real knowledge about it. So the luster of the celebrities started to fade, to the point now where people were asking, why do they get so much money just for pretending to be someone else? Doesn't really seem fair. And then all of a sudden, the people started to wake up to the reality of who these people actually were. And then it was like the emperor's new clothes, where everyone is just laid bare. And we saw this with Bo Diddley, and we saw that people that were once really respected as entertainers, all of a sudden we saw the mask fall off. We saw these people for exactly who they were. And like the emperor with the new clothes, you can't unsee it. And once the masks were off, the game was up. Then they started moving out of the Angel City. One used to be on TV on a daily basis. Her and her partner went to the UK, never to be seen again. Never going to be coming back. One very famous celebrity in this story decided to take citizenship of Greece, which just so happens to not have an extradition treaty. Now these people were on that list that I was telling you about, the naughty list. There's a lot of them. And all of them are now starting to move around. Now, when they had a government in this land, in this story, that was favorable to them, they could be protected. They could be protected by the judiciary, by the Justice Department. But then, unfortunately for them, the people spoke. And the people elected a new leader. And he's not even here yet, but his influence is very powerful. And what it allowed these celebrities to do is to say, oh, well, it's all about him. That is why I'm moving away from my income, from my fans, from my house, from everywhere I've ever lived. Just because you don't like someone? Really? Is that what happens? If you don't like your neighbor, or if you don't like the local mayor, you're just going to up sticks and move country? Don't think so. Probably more to it than that. Because they know that when this new man comes in, things are going to change. And in this story, about 5 years ago, there were a lot of sealed indictments made. And they were never opened. They didn't have time or the power of the justice to be able to execute these warrants. But now they do. And very soon, in this story, those people on the naughty list realized that things were about to change. And the big man that's coming in, he made a friend of a very, very rich man. And his name was Eton Mush. And this man, he's an interesting guy because he changed. He saw the writing on the wall. Once upon a time, he could have been on the naughty list as well. He certainly wasn't a good man, but something shifted in him. And this happens sometimes with people. When they wake up and they see what they have done, and they create almost like a penance, then they realize that everything that they thought they knew, everything that they thought that they were, excuse me, my pups are playing. Yes. There you go. At least someone's having fun. All right, that's enough. Anyway, so when you have the richest man who also has a new lease of life and a new understanding with those resources, things change. Things change dramatically. And this man went from being a very selfish man, almost like a biblical character, if you like, where the person was just really bad and selfish and just doing things for himself, and then all of a sudden he's touched by a supreme being. And at that point, everything is about the people. And he uses his resources wisely at this point to actually bring knowledge to people without censorship, to bring hope that should anything happen to this world, that there will be another waiting for us, and that our life essence will move forward. So as the big man comes in and all the people in Horneywood disappear, so too, all of a sudden, the fires came, as if they were trying to eradicate some of the evidence of their wrongdoing. Because all the fires happened in areas where some of the lost boys were. And once the fire is gone, ground becomes toxic. Put a fence around it. No one can go in. So you, if you are the naughty people, you can go in and you can clear out all of the evidence before the big man comes into power and starts to investigate it. In this story, of course. This story has no basis in fact whatsoever and is purely for entertainment purposes. However, when the big man comes in, as he moves down the escalator again and takes power and unseals those indictments, I wonder how many more people are going to move. And if they don't move, they're going to end up like Bo Diddley and probably join him. Will we find the lost children? I don't know. I hope so. But if we do, they won't be the same. People need to wake up in this story, because the angel city has become a city of fallen angels. And when people realize that once these angels, which they once saw as heroes and heroines, people to look up to, when the people rise, they get to look down on those that have fallen. This is Simon Trezelyan, simply telling a story. There's more to this story, as you can imagine. So please like, comment, repost, if you will. As you see, I answer all comments, or I like all comments. If you engage with me, I'm happy to talk to you. It's important that we stay together during this time. Tragedy brings people together. It's the power of a shared experience. And there's a lot of experience to be shared right now. Let's hope that the experiences to come, in probably another 10 or so days, will be more rewarding, more positive, more uplifting. Time to wake up. Bye bye now.